where it's always been. My head is somewhere in between. Give me one more chance, let me be a lover tonight. You're the real thing. You're the real thing. You're the real thing. Even better than the real thing. Give me one last chance, and I'm gonna make you sing. Give me half a chance to ride on the waves that you bring. Your heart child to a swarm of bees, gonna blow right through you like a breeze. Give me one last dance, we slide down the surface of things. You're the real thing. Yeah, the real thing. You're the real thing. Even better than the real thing. Yeah.
Is it art or is it pornography?
Massage, facial treatment. Nice little house in the country.
Beautiful.
What's your next idea?
Naughty and decadent.
Hi, Roger.
A missile of some kind
Anyway, here's the first release of the album.
I'm a devastated.
went straight down the road.
Making a movie with
Las Vegas trashed.
Free to fly, the crimson sky. The sun won't melt our wings tonight. Here she comes. Take me higher. Take me higher. You take me higher. You take me higher. You're the real thing. heart is a balloon, shoots up through the stony ground, but there's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you can lend a hand in return for grace. It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. You're on the road, but you've got no destination. You're in the mud, in a maze of her imagination. Your love is down, even if that doesn't ring true. You've been all over, and it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Touch me, take me to that other place. Teach me, I know I'm not a hopeless case. See the world in green and blue. See China right in front of you. See the canyons broken by cloud. See the tuna fleets clearing the sea out. See the bedroom fires at night. See the oil fields at first light. And see the bird with a leaf in her mouth. After the flood, all the colors came out. It was a beautiful day. Don't let it get away. Beautiful day. Touch me, take me to that other place. Reach me, I know I'm not a hopeless case. What you don't have, you don't need it now. What you don't know, you can feel it somehow. What you don't have, you don't need it now. Don't need it now. It was a beautiful day. You see it swells like a sore head, and the night it is aching. Two lovers lie with no sheets on their bed, and the day it is breaking. On rainy days we'd go swimming out. On rainy days, swimming in the Sound. On rainy days, we'd go swimming out. You're in my mind all of the time. I know that's not enough. If the sky can crack, there must be some way back for love and only love. but it'll get you through. Compromise, that's nothing new to you. Let's see colors that have never been seen. Let's go to places no one else has been. You're in my mind all the time. I know that's not enough. Well, if the sky can crack, there must be some way back to love and all we love. Electric stone, electric stone, don't cry. It's hot as hell, honey, in this room. Sure hope the weather will break soon. The air is heavy, heavy as a truck. We need the rain to wash away our bad luck. Well, if the sky can crack, there must be some way back to love and all we love. Electric stone, electric stone, Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. You said one love, one life. When it's one need in the night, one love, we get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you? Or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight to drag the past out into the light. We're one, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other. Whoa. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? much, more than a lot. You gave me nothing, now it's all I got. One, but we're not the same. Well, we hurt each other, then we're doing it again. You say love is a temper, love a higher love. Love is a temper, love the higher love. You asked me to enter, well then you made me crawl. And I can't be holding on to what you got, when all you got is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You got to do what you should. One life with each other, sisters, brothers. One life, but we're not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other. Take a crown. Is there a time to unfold cover? A time for kiss and tell? Is there a time for different colors, different names? You find it hard to spell. Is there a time for first communion? A time for E17? Is there a time to turn to Mecca? Is there time to be a beauty queen? Here she comes. Ooh, beauty plays the clown. Here she comes. Surreal in her crown. Christmas trees. Is there a time for red tables? And the night is set to freeze.
Aber selbstverständlich kann man sich jederzeit schreiben lassen.
Wieder immer sitzen.
Das ist doch nichts Neues.
Geht auf eine Einreise in die in der Hand, konnte sich zum Beispiel zum Verschaffen.
Im Westen sieht es aus wie im Osten. Im Osten ist es wie im Westen.
Hier eine Familie.
Außerdem
Verbraucher nach
Hause.
Bei dieser Schilderung des Schwungs der Wirklichkeit steigt die Frage auf, aber sie hat
Cigarettes, you don't smoke, don't even want You look through me, and when you talk at me. And when I touch you, you don't feel anything. If I could stay, then the night would give you up. Still, and the day would keep its trust. Still, and the night would be enough. Far away, so close, up with the static and the radio, with satellite television. You can go anywhere. Miami, New Orleans, London, Belfast, and Berlin. And if you listen, I can call. And if you jump, you just might fall. And if you shout, I'll only hear you. If I could stay, then the night would give you up. Still, then the day would keep its trust. Still, with the demons you drown. Still, with the spirit that I found. Stay, the night would be just the band and the cloud as an angel runs to ground. Just the band and the clatter as an angel hits the ground.
And we're back at the unforgettable Fire Dome on this Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Lemons coach Dave Evans has definitely made some edgy plays, but there are only 3 words from Fly's coach Paul McGinnis. Defense, defense, defense. The Lemons are ahead 41-39. It's 4th down, there's 3 seconds left to go in the game. The rookie, number 1, Paul Houston, ready to kick the biggest kick of his life. The kick is no good. The Lemons win. Hey, that was a short kick. Houston missed it. I would hate to be Houston. I would really hate to be Houston right now.
I'm not afraid of anything in this world. There's nothing you can throw at me that I haven't already heard. I'm just trying to find a decent melody changes.
Thank you, Rona. Amid rumors of stubborn stains, our fresh fruit contestants cut a third of the workforce today, leaving voters in no doubt it's the extra month on the tree gives your dog prolonged active life. No other cold remedy stops pain faster in the remote townships with improved cornering stability and the sheer luxury of better prostate health with a delicious low-fat lasagna. These are my son's shorts, 2 endangered species keeping up with the latest dance trends, taste buds tingling with emergency relief efforts in the wake of previously unseen footage of Elvis. Here's David Saltz.
Thanks, Rex. We're back here on the top Zoo TV outside broadcast, one of the highest points of the arena. We're watching the band as they rip into Until the End of the World, the title song for the Avengers movie.
Haven't seen you in quite a while. I was down the hall just passing time. Last time we met was a low-lit room. We was close together as bride and groom. We ate the food, we drank the wine. Everybody having a good time. Except me, I'm still talking about the end of the world. I took the money, I spiked your drink. You miss too much these days if you stop to think. And you let me on with those innocent eyes. You know I love the elements of surprise. In the garden, I was playing the time. I kissed your lips and broke your heart. You were acting like it's the end of the world. Sorrows, they learn to swim. Surrounding me, going down on me, spilling over the brim. Waves of regret, waves of joy. I reached out for the one I tried to destroy. You said you'd wait till the end of the world. The end of the world.
Nature itself would be destroyed.
La long way we've come from the freckled hills to the steel and glass canyons, from the stony fields to hanging steel from the sky, from digging in our pockets for a reason and to say goodbye. These eyes that built America, I saw your face in a watercolor sky, as seabirds argue along goodbye. I took your kiss on the spray of the new line star. You gotta live with your dreams, don't make them so hard. And these eyes that built America, these eyes that built America. Of all of the promises, is this one we could keep? Of all of the dreams, is this one still out of reach? Ole, ole. It's early fall. There's a cloud on the New York skyline. Innocence dragged across a yellow line. These eyes have built America. me this, riddle me that.
Who's afraid of the big black bat?
What is it about the wrong kind of man?
It's the car, right? Chicks love the car.
stretching on the grass, summer dresses pass. In the shade of a willow tree, creeps are crawling over me and over you. Stuck together with God's glue. It's gonna get stickier to spin around. Hot summer, let's get undercover. Don't try too hard to think, don't think at all. I'm not the only one staring at the sun, afraid of what you find if you took a look inside. And now you're just deaf and dumb, staring at the sun. Not the only one who's happy to go blind. There's an insect in your ear. If you scratch it won't disappear. It's gonna itch and burn and sting. You wanna see what the scratching brings. Waves that leave me out of reach, breaking on your back like a beach. Will we ever live in peace? 'Cause those that can't do often have to, and those that can't do often have to preach to the ones staring at the afraid of what you find if you took a look inside. Not just deaf and dumb, staring at the sun.
just fine. Just fine. Don't grab, don't clutch, don't hope for too much. Don't breathe, don't achieve or grieve without leaving. Don't check, just balance on the fence. Don't answer, don't ask, don't try and make sense. Don't whisper, don't talk, don't run if you can walk. Don't cheat, compete, don't miss the one beat. Don't travel by train, don't peek, don't spill, don't piss in the drain, don't let the will. Don't fill out the phone, don't compensate, don't doubt, don't call, don't come around late. Don't holler at the gate. Don't take it on board, don't fail on yourself, just play another chord. If you feel it getting bored. Don't change your brain, don't listen to the band, don't take, don't change your shit. Have another day. Don't plead, don't bridle, don't shackle, don't guide, don't curve, don't swerve. Lie, die, serve. Don't theorize, realize, polarize, glance, dance, dismiss, apologize. Don't spy, don't lie, don't try, imply, detain, explain, start again. Don't drive, don't coax, don't cling, don't hoax, don't freak, don't leak, don't speak. Don't project, don't connect, protect, don't expect, suggest. Don't project, don't connect, protect, don't expect, suggest. Don't struggle, don't jerk, don't call, don't work, don't wish, don't fish, don't teach, don't reach. Don't borrow, don't break, don't fence, don't steal, don't pass, don't press, don't cry, don't feel. Don't touch, don't dine, don't suffer, don't rhyme, don't fantasize, don't rise, don't die. Don't project, don't connect, protect, don't expect, suggest. Don't project, don't connect, protect, don't expect, suggest.
your face, and you never felt alive until you'd almost wasted away. You had to win, you couldn't just pass the smartest ass at the top of the class. You fly in colors, your family tree, and all your lessons in history. Please, 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 get up off your knees now, please, please, leave it out. So you never knew how low you'd stoop to make that call, and you never knew what was on the ground until they made you crawl. So you never knew that the heaven you keep, you stole. Your Catholic blues, your convent shoes, your stick-on tattoos, now they're making the news. Your holy wall, your northern star, your sermon on the mount from the boot of your car. Please, please, get up off your knees now, please, 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 leave it out, 'cause love is big, and love is tough, but love is not what you think it of. September, streets capsizing, spilling over and down the drain. Shards of glass, splinters like rain, but you could only feel Nobody else here, baby. No one here to blame. No one to point the finger. It's just you and me and the rain. It's the blind leading the blind. It's the stuff of country songs. If God will send his angels, and if God will send a sign, and if God will send his angels, will everything be alright? Falling off the hook, babe. Would it even pick up if he could? It's been a while since we saw that chap hanging around this neighborhood. You see his mother dealing in a doorway. See Father Christmas with a begging bowl. Jesus' sister's eyes are a blister. The high street never looks so low. It's the blind leading the blind. It's the cops correcting for the cause. God will send his angels, and if God will send our sign, God will send his angel. Where do we go? Where do we go? Jesus never let me down. You know, Jesus used to show me the score. Then they put Jesus in show business. Now it's hard to get in the door. It's the stuff of country songs. But I guess, yeah, it's something to go on. So where is the hope? And where is the faith and the love? What's the love? Light up your Christmas tree, then accident waiting to happen. Your piece of glass left there on the beach. Well, tell me things I know you're not supposed to. When you leave me just out of reach. Who's gonna ride your wild horses? picture, a moving picture. Through light projected, he can see himself up close. Man catches color, man likes to stare. Turns his money into life. She is the dreamer. She's imagination. Through light projected, you can see yourself up close.
Slipping away, the world turns and we get dizzy. Slipping away, she's living next week now. You know she's gonna pay it back somehow. She hasn't been to bed in a week. Should be dead soon, then she'll sleep. rock and roll. Hold it down, space junk, staring into the flash. White dope, some punk, staring into the flash. Looking for my baby Jesus under the trash. Motherfucking rock and roll. Mother, rock and roll. Am I still yours? Even for so long, for you said so. You left and made me someone. Now I'm still a child, born to raise and know. Looking for the sounds gonna drown out the world. I'm looking for the father of my two little girls. They super chase moon boogie motorcade. I'm still looking for the face I had before the world was made. Mother, rock and roll. 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 Rock and roll. Mother, rock and roll. Mother, rock and roll.
The world was spinning fast that night. I just hoped I could hold on and be part of it.
All my life I worshipped her golden voice, her beauty's beat.
ground beneath her feet? Was the ground beneath her feet? Go lightly down your darkened way. Go lightly underground. I'll be down there in another day. I won't rest until you're Let me love you, let me rescue you, let me bring you in to rose me. I'll come back above where there is only love, only
It's the 23rd of September 1997 and Pop 001 is making its final approach into Sarajevo International Airport. Tonight's concert will be the 56th on U2's Pop Mart World Tour, but even by the standards of a show that includes the world's largest TV screen and a 40-foot-high mirror ball lemon, tonight's date will be an unusual one. The rest of the Pop Mart Tour was organised in 1997, but this show was arranged before then. 4 years before, on the evening of July the 3rd, 1993. We need to understand what was going on back then.
Thank you for joining us live on the air.
My pleasure.
The band were in the middle of the Zooropa leg of the Zoo TV tour, a hyperactive assault of a rock show that had seen U2 completely reinvent themselves, seeming to wave goodbye to the worthy but worried foursome that had conquered the world with a bare stage, 3 chords and the truth. The U2 that strutted in front of the giant screens of Zoo TV was a very different animal. The message, however well disguised, was the same, but the medium was different. This was the 90s, the age of CNN, the news live and on call 24/7. Watch me, the channel yelled out, I'll tell you things all day. But in a world of 24-hour news coverage, it quietly came to pass that the news needed to be more than just news. The news also had to be entertainment, and if it wasn't entertaining, it could not by definition be news at all. But at least there was lots of it. Total media overload, in fact. And this was the world that first Zoo TV and then Zooropa set out to surf and channel hop. This was the great contradiction at whose heart the band sat, holding up a mirror to it all, smiling and pointing, but definitely not preaching.
That's all, folks.
And then along came Bill Carter.
Here is my whole heart to you. I love you, I love Sarajevo.
Metal.
Bill Carter was an American aid worker in the besieged city of Sarajevo.
Go! Get it! You on?
By mid-1993, the siege of Sarajevo, in fact the whole awfulness of the fracture of Yugoslavia, was no longer making the news. Out of sight, being out of mind, terrible atrocities were happening on a daily basis, while the rest of the world stood idly by.
I don't like the looks of this in here.
We didn't know about them. How could we care? With no great mission in mind other than to maybe convince the band to tape a message of support to bring back to his Bosnian friends, Bill smuggled himself out of Sarajevo and, far more impressively, into the band's enclosure backstage in Verona. As a result of that short meeting, Zoo TV, the television station that didn't broadcast, got decidedly and uncomfortably real.
It's obscene that we have to beam you into a rock and roll show, and that in with our fantasy of Zoo TV, we'll have your reality.
None of this had any place in the middle of a rock show, but the band reasoned if they didn't put it there, where would it go? If they didn't show it, who would? The broadcast from Sarajevo, ordinary people given a voice by Bill and the band, lasted from Bologna through to Wembley, and while the messages were by times moving,
Mia cara Mirica,
and by times awful,
what do you really do for us? Excuse me, I think nothing.
They were always awkward, and the show always suffered.
2 years ago, we were living like old teenagers, listening to music, going out. We have schools, friends, plans for the future. Now, we have shells, we have screams of children. Our schools are burned down. We'll never see many of our friends. They are gone forever.
After 18 months of glorious irony, the critics were delighted to point out that at the first opportunity, the band had jumped back up on that soapbox and started to preach.
Goodbye, Sarajevo.
But it made the news, and the silence was broken.
I can't believe we managed to pull it off. I don't even believe it.
It was, and still is, hard to comprehend how far into the abyss Sarajevo had fallen. It's worth remembering that only a few short years before, Sarajevo had been the centre of international attention for entirely different reasons. In 1984, Sarajevo had hosted the Winter Olympics. In fact, the catering for the Pop Mart crew was set up in the bullet-riddled building where Torval and Dean and Ravel's Bolero had taken the figure skating gold medal. But that was then.
You know, the fact that we can come and put on not just a concert, but the same concert that we put on in Paris, New York and London, I think is maybe a symbol for the people of Sarajevo that things are getting back to normal.
One of the stories Bill had passed on that night in Verona had centred around a remarkable event that had taken place in Sarajevo a short time before. In amongst the incoming artillery and sniper fire, the citizens decided, with an audacity that is still staggering, to hold a beauty contest. In the middle of a raging hurricane, they created an eye of calm and then winked it at the world. That beauty pageant would be the centrepiece of and provide the title for Bill Carter's award-winning documentary, Miss Sarajevo. Produced by Bono, the documentary is a time slice of life in the embattled city at the height of the war, rejoicing in a people's quest for normality and humanity in the most utterly inhuman of surroundings. It's a remarkable piece of work. But the muse that was Miss Sarajevo wasn't done yet. In their post-Zoo TV guise as members of the transient group Passengers, the band, Brian Eno and the maestro Pavarotti presented to the world a truly heartbreaking love song, also called Miss Sarajevo. The song was given its first public airing at Pavarotti's War Child concert in Modena, and the video for the song again drew on the hypnotic imagery of that moment of beauty in a sea of insanity. But obviously our story doesn't end in Modena. Backstage that night in Verona, a promise had been made. The band had said they would play Sarajevo. Indeed, they had tried to organise it there and then. That hadn't happened. But the promise had not been made idly. 4 years later, the Pop Mart Circus rolled into town.
Well, that was nice and relaxing.
Relaxing?
And we've never been greeted off by 100 troops before. Well, I guess nothing in Sarajevo is normal.
The fact that they want to, to honor a rock band is very mad to me. I mean, I would have thought that's the last thing they want. But I mean, we offered to do a benefit gig, we offered to come here, do a scratch gig. No, they wanted the whole 9 yards, they wanted the 40-foot Lemon, they wanted the drive-in movie, they wanted the full Pop Mart stage. So then we had to figure out how to get all that stuff here.
Maybe not even the band fully realised how many people were involved in fulfilling their promise. As well as the truckers and riggers and roadies, there was a veritable army made up of promoters, UN workers, politicians, policemen, ordinary Sarajevans, and even soldiers. Airports and roads were opened, checkpoints manned and guarded, barriers lifted, ceasefires established, safe passage guaranteed. Favours were called in, arms were twisted. Nobody underestimated the importance of this event happening.
I mean, just to drive through the city, and you can't tell actually what these people have been through.
They say be careful where you aim, 'cause where you aim you just might hit.
During the war, people had to spend their nights in shelters listening to, you know, deafening rock and roll music to drown out the sounds of the shells and the mortars falling over their heads. And I guess, you know, U2 was part of that noise. You know, there's a connection there. It's hard, to be honest with you, to figure out what's happening here. Even to talk about it can demean it.
It was a dirty day.
Do you remember the songs, Bono?
Is there a time for keeping your head down? A time to turn your eyes away?
No, we can't.
Is there a time? Yeah, a time for First Communion, time.
I hope you appreciate what you're seeing here. In the back of a car, driving through the re-emerging city of Sarajevo, flanked on either side by one half of the band that wrote a song about her exploits, sits Ivana Sirovic.
Here she comes.
Miss Sarajevo.
Oh, yeah.
The Miss Sarajevo. The girl who played the clown and took her crown. The girl that asked us not to let them kill her. And they're singing Miss Sarajevo, naturally.
Dice che il fiume trova la via al mare, che come il fiume giungerai a me, oltre I confini, esotericetate, oltre I confini, l'amore giungerà. The trams are beautiful, are they?
Yeah, definitely.
This concert's about a return to normal life. That's what they want. And they don't want our patronage, they don't want our pity. They don't want us to kiss their ass, they want us to kick their ass.
And so on September the 23rd, 1997, U2, Golden Arch, drive-in movie, 40-foot Lemon and all, finally got to play Sarajevo. And by request, it wasn't a benefit gig. 45,000 screaming Sarajevans stumped up for the privilege of yelling themselves as hoarse as the vocalist. Actually, they weren't all from Sarajevo. They came from as far afield as Croatia and Serbia, Montenegro and Macedonia, Slovenia and Yugoslavia.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for your generosity.
But for one night at least, they all came from Sarajevo.
The sea, it swells like a sore head, and the night it is aching.
Once we did a later, I think
I was shot, and then, you know, I'll just wait in here, and when you're ready, man, I'll be there for you.
She not have mentioned the Mick Jagger.
Anton just fit the director's slot for this video very easily.
Bono played me this song, I guess a month ago by now, at least.
He's such a bloody dig. I mean, I'm here. I've said to him, I'm here for him. I'll work for him. You know what I mean?
He moves away.
Coffee, and next thing you know, he's off. He's off.
So I made a little story then at the time, which involved also the beach, because I think the one thing he did say, he would like to have the sexiness of the south of France.
Are you ready? Go cameras, go video.
And car alarm, you might need the next verse too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come around, won't let you back to sleep. You kept awake, dreaming someone else's dream. Coffee is cold, but it'll get you through. Compromise, that's nothing new to you.
Well, the title of the song originally suggested the nervous times, if you like, that people are feeling in the world. But really it ended up a much more intimate song about two lovers clearing the air, really. The video, I don't know what it's about. We collaborated with Anton on it.
You lads just talk amongst yourselves. Don't mind me. I'm fine out here, yeah? Everything's going all right, yeah?
The strongest piece, I think, of filming was with Samantha and Larry.
I've never, ever done anything, you know, remotely like this.
Larry, stands on the Gordon. He makes them wet. Allez, on ramène les caméras, s'il vous plaît.
Bono had this idea of somebody coming out of the TV from the sea, and I thought that was a really great visual. I then worked it out to him carrying more things out of the sea, as if like the leftovers of something you have together, you know, after you split up or whatever.
Larry, once you pull, maybe you can also go around and push.
Larry, you know, been trying to get him involved more in the videos over the years, and the only way to get him out from behind the drum kit was to tell him he could play around in the shallow water with a beautiful girl.
The set was closed for most of it, 90% of it was closed, and that was actually it. It felt easier that way. Didn't feel totally exposed.
What you might be seeing over my right shoulder here is Larry in the bath with Samantha. This is about as close as you're going to get. I'll be very surprised if it ever makes it onto the final video. But they look like they're having a lot of fun. Oh, there goes the rubber duck.
Samantha brought something to this video that I couldn't even have hoped for. I think she was so good. There's so much expression in every second of her being on screen. There was a expression of something, whether it was sadness, happiness, hope, you know, fear, rejection. There was a lot went in there, and it was absolutely stunning, I think, to watch it.
I think one of the hardest things is to not act. I feel stuff and I react to it rather than like this is a performance, you know?
I asked him to be more held back, so I let her lead. That was just totally what he needed, I think, to be able to feel very comfortable in front of the camera, which he normally doesn't always, but no, it was great.
But it'll get you through. Compromise, that's nothing new to you. Let's see colors that have never been seen.
But I think it's about getting the kind of the right energy, the right people together and seeing what can happen.
Thank you. Music.
The energy is really quite static and quite unexciting. And it's the moment when you've got to shatter the glass, and it's really not happening like that. Have we a strobe light here?
Wood actually do this is strobe light. That's what would do it, because it would be moving. It would actually give you the dizziness.
We don't have a strobe light.
We're going to do a few in a row here, yeah?
Please, go. Very quiet, please. Ready, and...
It's always a difficult process to start at midnight rethinking ideas, but I think it worked totally, which is almost like a Velvet Underground look, you know, very hard and punky. The result is really good, I think. So, when that happens, then you sort of forget how you got there. I think I'm supposed to show them in about 7 days' time as a first edit, but I would hope that it's pretty close to what I actually want the video to be at.
And so final wrap, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo!
December 1989 saw the last of the great Lovetown residencies play out with U2 and special guest B.B. King doing 4 shows in Dublin's Point Depot, the last of which kicked off at midnight on New Year's Eve and was broadcast all over Europe. For U2 it had been quite a decade, and by the time Bono stood at the microphone and told the faithful that the band needed to go away and dream it all up again, those who were listening properly could only agree.
Dream it all up again.
This was a tired bunch of people. Some 12 months later, the band had decamped to Hansa Studios in Berlin, enlisted the services of Messrs. Eno and Lanois, and were deep in the process of discovering that saying you're going to dream it all up again and actually doing it are 2 very different things. In the beginning, by common consent, the Hansa sessions were fraught. There were arguments, recriminations, a lack of direction, of cohesion, of songs. And then, just when there was real doubt about the future of the band, that there even was a future for the band, a song arrived unannounced and unexpected, but very welcome. One was the turning point, one was the new beginning, one was the start of the dream. November 1991 saw the completed album Achtung Baby hit the streets. One was to be the second release from the album, with the band electing to donate the proceeds of the single to various AIDS-related charities. They also asked photographer Anton Corbin to come up with some ideas for a video, which Anton was delighted to do, and then they set off back to Berlin to film Anton's rather risque approach for the piece.
Here come the babes.
Woo! It was hard, you know, it can be done totally wrong, like every idea on paper. I mean, that's why I actually don't make treatments. It's because an idea that you write down on paper is very hard for other people to imagine in their head. So I'd rather talk a little bit about it, and then you have to trust me. And usually I work with people that totally trust me, and then you can get things out of it that make it good. And if I would read something like dress up in drag and boyfriend-girlfriend situation in a brothel, I think I would totally freak out.
Did I disappoint you? Or leave a bad taste in your mouth?
I have no concept what it's going to turn out like. I'm at a stage now that I think that's the future for U2. I'm sick of sitting around and editing suites, and like getting really hands-on with all these kinds of things. I think the way forward is just to find people who you trust and just let them do it and see what happens. And then fire them and start all over again.
The band had known and worked with Anton for years. They did trust him, they were friends. Also, by this stage, they knew Berlin well and they were comfortable back in Hansa. So, despite the jokes, there was no real sign of trouble ahead. And anyway, there weren't just dresses in the video, there were trappies too.
The Trabants were my idea. And the Trabants apparently they thought were very odd initially, but later started to work for them in this song.
To the lepers in your head.
Etsy's idea was to paint it, which is at least half the idea, I guess. I really thought the Trabant, because I like playful things, it was a playful thing, a visual element, but also stood for the way I saw it as the fall of the East, because it was like a status symbol, really. At the same time, I felt we needed to go less serious.
Yo, here we go.
This is much more to do with a sex change than an oil change.
The band really wanted to do something in Berlin. I took it as a love song, and Bon explained to me more. It's also about other things, but a son who's dying of AIDS, talking to his father. So after talking to him, we got his father in. That was his idea. And Hansa was their idea, because I'm not a great believer in performance videos.
One life with each other, sisters, brothers.
And so Hansa Studios provided the backdrop for the third piece of the puzzle, the band performance. Not necessarily Anton's favourite ingredient, but the band felt it might be a valuable safety device.
I really want to do a video for you too, because personally I feel that a lot of images I've used in my photography are stronger than some of the videos they've done. One of the biggest band, or the biggest band in the world, and can play for 100,000 people. That's not the feeling I want to show in a video. I want to get a very intimate feeling that can reach everybody.
But in their haste, one thing had been overlooked. The proceeds of the single were going to charities, AIDS charities. The awful notion suddenly occurred to one and all that there existed the possibility of an appalling misinterpretation.
We didn't want to be involved in putting back the AIDS issue into the realm of sexuality and all that, because thank God it seems to have gone beyond that. It wasn't worth the risk of people imagining we were saying something about the AIDS issue through the drag footage, which was totally not what we were trying to say. So we, unfortunately, had to stop it.
But at this stage, the band were in Lakeland, Florida, rehearsing for the start of the Zoo TV tour. The single was about to go to air. A video is needed now, and if not Anton's, then what?
Do you feel the same?
Enter Mark Pellington.
Bono told me that they were inspired by the image from the artist David Wojnarowicz, which was the image of the buffaloes falling over the cliff. And so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image, which I then said, okay, if you use that as the foundation, let me start to come up with some imagery to complement it. I think the power of it is that it is very restrained, and the first shot's probably on there for 50 seconds or 45 seconds. I mean, that's in that day and age, and even now, it's like that's completely against the grain. It was. I remember when it first came out, some people said it was the anti-video. There's no band. It's 3 images or 4 images and some text, and it really just kind of made you focus completely on emotion and the song, not on the the band or the performance or, you know, the selling of anything. It's just, you know, it was truly kind of came across probably more as a video art piece, and that's what it was really intended for, to be a piece of wallpaper that was supposed to be supporting and a little more subliminal.
By general consensus, the Buffalo footage was stunning, but it was stunning on the huge canvas of the Zoo TV stage. How did it look shrunk down on a regular TV, and with the band not in front of it, but actually in it?
Have you come to raise the dead?
The version that you know, we talked about, where okay, well, let's try and make a video of it, and I sent a cinematographer down to shoot the band, just very simple black and white stuff, and cut it in, and it lost the impact of, you know, a flower sitting there just draining of color. You know, it's like a house. What we built for this with the buffalo and the flower was a house that was intact and perfect, and trying to jam them into it just didn't work.
And so it was that the Buffaloes roamed unaccompanied onto MTV. Reaction was mixed, though by no means entirely negative. But while Mark's video made a fine departure from the regular MTV fare, it wasn't made for repeat viewing in heavy rotation. If the song was to stay on the air, it would need something more to help keep it there.
Do it. And slide in.
Phil Joanno, battle-scarred director of Rattle and Hum, was another old friend of the band.
Now, the question is, I think that what we ought to do is start on a medium shot. Okay. I remember I was sitting at home on a Saturday afternoon, and the phone rang, which it hadn't done for weeks, and it was Paul McGuinness, who, out of the blue, was calling to see if I was available to fly to Atlanta that night to discuss doing, I guess, yet another video for One. We got to Atlanta and went straight to a show, went backstage and sat around and said, well, what are we gonna do now? That discussion went on until about 4 or 5 in the morning, ending up in some bar in Atlanta, and I just remember looking at Bono sitting in the bar and saying, why don't we just do a video like this?
Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same?
Time was a really serious issue. So we basically had 7 days to come up with something, shoot it, edit it, and deliver it to MTV the following Sunday. And of course they were on tour at the same time. So I just said, well, what if I got a Super 8 camera and filmed a bunch of stuff of you guys performing live? And what if we just shoot you, Bono, drinking in a bar, which seems to be a kind of a simple thing to make happen. I think after a few more drinks, I convinced him to put a girl in the video.
One love, one life, when it's one need in the night.
But yeah, no, that was quite a controversial decision. I don't think there had been a girl in a YouTube video up until then. I don't think putting Serena, the model, into the one video I did was a direct reaction to the video that Anton had done. I know there were all these different interpretations of the song, and I was more interested in doing the more kind of male-female romantic interpretation.
But we're not the same. Well, we hurt each other, now we're doing it again. You say love is a tempo.
When people ever mention this video, that's usually the part they remember is Bono stopping for You Say. Really, the idea behind this video was just a straight-ahead performance from Bono that hopefully had some emotional content. I think that's what we were probably all the most proud of on this video, was that performance. This video will always bring back, I mean, extremely strong memories of these 3 days. It was incredible just how quickly it all came together and how much fun we had. The band had done a show in Philadelphia the night we filmed this video, drove straight in on the buses, got off the buses, and started filming. Midnight in Times Square. through the intersection. It's where it feels. I mean, the truth of the matter is that the week that this video occurred in, if your life is going along and it were to take a left-hand turn, the week we made this video would have been my left-hand turn. I think some of the imagery is quite nice, and I really like the Super 8 stuff in concert that I had shot. In all, I must say it does bring back fond memories, and I do like the video, I have to admit.
And that, in a sort of a nutshell, is the story of One. The story of a band, a song, and 3 videos. 3.5 if you count the band and the Buffaloes. But it's a great song, and live is where great songs grow. And the beginning, middle, and end of this little tale is that in One, U2 had written a song that would never stop growing. Played live in the open air with no roof over its head, the song stretched and soared. And backed by Mark Pellington's visuals in their rightful place, was perhaps the emotional highlight of a very remarkable tour.
Okay, William, go for the sword, man.
I bring not peace, but a sword.
I got a copy of your X-ray, man. Great piece, I love it.
You're to fly, crimson sky. The sun won't melt our wings tonight. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me
So, some of this first imagery you see is shot in the Super 8. The Super 8 gives it a really unique texture and quality and a certain amount of intimacy that I was also going for, as you can see in the close-ups from Bono here at the beginning of the video. Extreme close-ups of his eyes, his chin, just him singing, and then we come out wider to him. And there's some more video shot on stage in the indoor portion of the tour, and I was really allowed to get right up close to the band, in some ways more so than even in Rattle and Hum, and that there's Super 8 of Bono lighting his little cigar. One of the reasons I wanted to use Super 8 was because the home movie quality of it. I felt that it was just because it's raw and real, and it immediately evokes kind of something. There's something personal about that medium that I love. It brought something out of the band for me. Maybe it's because I felt like I was filming people I knew this time, as opposed to on Rattle and Hum. I was getting to know them. And I remember I was sitting at home on a Saturday afternoon, and the phone rang. It was Paul McGuinness, who, out of the blue, was calling to see if I was available to fly to Atlanta that night to discuss doing, I guess, yet another video for One. It was funny because I was working on a script with Christopher Hampton at the time, the guy who wrote Dangerous Liaison, so I said, want to go to Atlanta and see you too? And he said, yeah, forget the script, let's do that. And we got to Atlanta and went straight to a show, and then kind of in typical fashion, the exact way I met them for Rattle and Hum, we went backstage and sat around and said, well, what are we going to do now? That discussion went on until about 4 or 5 in the morning, ending up in some bar in Atlanta, and I just remember looking at Bono sitting in the bar and saying, why don't we just do a video like this? I think after a few more drinks, I convinced him to put a girl in the video. A large group of transvestites showed up at this video shoot, and of course, one of the reasons we made this video was that it be different from the transvestite video, and so there was a bit I was pinned into a corner, several members of the management saying, there can't be any transvestites in this video. We already did a transvestite video. I said, I know, don't worry. We've got a beautiful girl. It'll be okay. Of course, none of them saw the beautiful girl. I'd shot her earlier that day in a studio while they were all sleeping. It's just my favorite bit. Anyway, the band had done a show in Philadelphia the night we filmed this video, drove straight in on the buses, got off the buses, and started filming. Midnight in Times Square. Straight from a show, went straight through. It was pretty incredible. The other band members were quite happy about this video shoot because it meant about 8, 9, 10 hours of Bono's close-ups and 1 hour of them in flashing blue light with Serena. We really try to get there to be a connection between the intimacy of Bono's performance, the intimacy of the band on stage, and the intimacy of the girl, who is meant to be kind of more symbolic of lost love than anything else. You know, I think it's, normally Bono likes to play to the crowd, and I think that what's nice about what he does here is that he really plays to you, the individual, to the camera really, but I think he pulls it off. And I've seen this on and off here and there on MTV, so it hasn't really been 10 years, but it isn't like it runs in a loop at my house. And looking at it today when they were laying it down, I am quite proud of this video, to be honest. I normally can't stand what I've done, and I don't know, maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's the time I had when we made this video. If your life is going along and it were to take a left-hand turn, the week we made this video would have been my left-hand turn. So it's significant for me. We laughed a lot. And his life was never the same again.
We talked about Stuck in a Moment, and just this, I mean, that was based on the one shot of Bono being thrown from a speeding car and doing the majority of his performance while rolling around on the ground, and that action happening as some kind of video loop. Everything else kind of spiraled out from that centre, which was interesting. And then I kind of developed a sort of little story around that. I don't usually do anything that literal, but it seemed to work, and I think the band were capable of pulling it off. And it was an interesting experience. I remember, one thing I remember about that, it was a 2-day shoot. And we were on to our last shot, I think, and it was about 4 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles. And we had like maybe 1 or 2 more shots to do. Looking down this long expanse of warehouse on 2 sides, and we'd been shooting out into the road in the opposite direction for previous setups. Right, great. On to the next shot. We turn around to 90 degrees, a fog had dropped. We couldn't see further than 10 fucking feet. So, you know, it was sort of like abandoned ship, or do it in a slightly different way. Can you imagine? We hadn't even bothered looking behind us for the last sort of like 2 or 3 hours. We were so engrossed in the road stuff we were doing. Meanwhile, this bastard fog had dumped itself on our set. The second verse, where he's lying on the ground, but we've actually flipped the image upside down, and it looks like he's kind of hanging from the ground, which is kind of strange. That was just an experiment. We tried to see what other emotions we could pull out the second verse. They subsequently made other versions of the same track for America. Strange that I find that very odd marketing thing. I can't quite get used to that you have to make different videos for different parts of the world. It's strange. Strange, because I've actually had a better idea for it now. It's based on time slice, but it's real-time in-camera time slice and what you actually do. Why am I telling you this? Thousands of people. Fuck you, Morris.
Damn.
No, it's like... No, I will not divulge my secrets. There's also a very strange moment. Bono is actually getting up from the ground slowly and leaning on one arm, and his head stays in the same position within frame, and the environment seems to move around him, which was something we did in Telecine. A quite simple thing, but it's like it disorientates you slightly when you watch it, which is a great moment for me. It's like a whoa moment. Apart from that, just the feeling of it, and again, an excellent performance all round. We did a rough cut, and again there was a major problem with the rough cut. They weren't happy with certain aspects of it. So I remember we decamped Dublin to finish there, because they were in Dublin at the time and on hand to pop down every now and again to point us in what they thought was the right direction, and they were right. I mean, we actually turned out a very good piece in the end. Two-day shoot. One was a full-day shoot, which stopped as soon as the light went. The other was a night shoot, which stopped as soon as the light came up. The direction to Edge was look in the camera earnestly. Yeah, I mean, we've worked together a lot, and we've got a video tap there, so we can look at it and see if it's working or if it's crap. So it was no big deal. I mean, he's looking down as if Bono's on the ground. The camera is Bono's POV. He's looking as if he cares, as we know he does. Yeah, it's that kind of positivity. Is there such a word? There must be in America. It's sort of a bit kind of brotherly, one hand reaching out to another and helping your brother up.
joke, don't cry, don't work, don't wish, don't push, don't teach, don't reach. Don't bow, don't break, don't bust, don't steal, don't pass, don't press, don't call, don't feel. Don't touch, don't dive, don't suffer, don't run, don't fantasize, don't rise, don't fall. Don't project, don't protect, don't expect, suggest. Don't project, don't protect, don't expect, suggest.
I had one of those rings briefly, with a number 9 on it, as I recall. Super bad. This all looks kind of corny now, isn't it? Super stud. Oh, my bum is clenching with embarrassment. This is the bit I really like. This is the core of the idea, the spine of the idea. That circular motion which holds the thing together for me still. I think what I always try and do is try and come up with an idea that looks like the track sounds, and which is where this circular camera movement came from. I was trying to catch the momentum of the track. Everybody seems to know instinctively how to work this very unusual camera. Everyone's really using it, particularly Bono, of course. Now, was that a real Bono or not? I can't remember. Don't think that was. This works, I think. This very fast. The use of the text. And we also had a band of lookalikes in the window, which crop up. Each member of the band crop up very, very sporadically throughout the video, and you've got to be quick to catch them. And looking back, it might be a little bit literal now, but I think it worked at the time. That was a false Bono, pretty sure about that. Somebody's crutch, that's definitely Adam's crutch. Casts a shadow over the entire piece. Oh yeah. We're getting adventurous zooming in there. The masks coming off the face, I remember now, was very tricky. I think that was the area that everybody had a problem with when we showed the rough cut in Barcelona. But we had to adjust and change considerably. At the time, all this looked incredibly exciting, but now, where are we, 2002? We've been there so often, not just with the zoo explosion, but with so many other bands and so many other forms of media that it does start to look a little corny, doesn't it? It was a bit safe looking in comparison to what was later explored on the U2 tour, but it was very early days for that whole media blitz approach. So, you know, I wasn't totally into it. I was experimenting as well. The device, it worked rather like a clock. If you can imagine a single-handed clock with a bar sticking out at 90 degrees to the hand with a camera attached to it looking down. Quite primitive, and it was actually hand-driven. It was a big, strong bastard turning it like an old mangle. And we're going, faster, faster, you bastard. No, but it worked extremely well on film. I was very pleased with it, and it caught that feeling of momentum. They've probably been responsible for my best work. Probably because they push me more than anybody else does. They have an instinct for when something works and when it doesn't, and they don't always know what to do instead, but they certainly know when it doesn't work. So you've got to keep trying to please them, and boy, you want to please them, because, you know, they're a great band. Watch more television. And we did.
So, I mean, for me, I had like a U2 calling to do a music video, and this was like one of my best, probably my best request ever. Like, I was that little young, and suddenly I'm going to Dublin to meet U2, and they were so sweet. I arrived there, and then there was a 4 at the table, and I was on the other side, and I know it was great. And the next thing is that we all met in Fez, in Morocco. And here I was the first day in Fez with the band. It was frightening. It was so scary because I had to do a video and I had 2 days. And I had barely no experience shooting. And it was so scary because they were just following me everywhere in Fez. And I will walk in the streets like if I knew what I was going to do, and I will turn, they were following me behind, and it was not just like 4 people following me, it was like 40 people, 30 people following me through the Medina with all the equipment, and I had no idea what to do and what to shoot. And I will walk, and then I will, oh yeah, okay, so go here. They didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I was not used to them, and nothing will happen, of course, because I didn't explain anything. And I would just grab the camera and okay, I will turn around them and film them and sweating, thinking, this is shit, this is a drama. It's like, my God, what am I gonna do? It's like, it looked like photos, you know, there's no reason to do a video. I could do a photo shoot. And I went to bed that first day, I was like, probably went through all my notes, and then I was like, the mirror, tomorrow I start with the mirror. The origin is probably André Kertész, that did that series of nude photographed through a distorted mirror. And I asked just for Bono to be on the set in the morning, because that not having the 4, because that I was completely frozen. So Bono arrived alone, and I used the mirror, and then right away it worked. Right away suddenly it was Fez, and yes, it was Bono, but then it was something else, and it had movement, and even if he was standing or just moving a little bit, you know, the mirror was bringing all the movement, was removing the stillness out of the shot, and it was magic. And then Bono saw it, looked at it, and he was like, yeah, that is great. And I was like, oh, completely relieved. But in post-production, the band came to Paris. And here they were doing the whole post-production, coming every day, watching the video, staying for hours. And I could see on their face that they didn't recognize themselves, you know. And at the end, anyway, I keep telling them there's no element, you know, there's no materials to turn this video into a more dynamic video. It's going to be poetic, it's going to be abstract, and it's going to be emotional and surrealist. But it won't be like right in your face and performance. And at the end, I think they just decided to go for that. But I don't think they were happy with the result. I was working like if I was going to do an exhibition of each frame of the video. So at that time, when I will finish a video, there will be maybe 5 frames I didn't like in the whole video, but I had to have because of for editing reasons. But I loved it. With Mysterious Way, I'm super happy.
They were calling me way before the album was even finished, and they fly me to Dublin to listen to the music, and they haven't even, at that point, they haven't even decided which were going to be the first single from the album. So the process was very early, and it kept going for a while. I met them on different places around the world way before we even started to write treatments for the video, before we decided which direction to go. The idea of having them perform on a tarmac with airplanes around them kept coming back to us as a very visual and very memorable moment to have a band do that. We had a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff that we wanted to shoot, but we realized it was very hard to plan a shoot in detail as we're used to in an airport with a lot of red tape and a lot of security, and especially when we were shooting a few weeks after the Concorde crashed, so everything was kind of a mess. And not only that, it came out on radio the day before we shot that we were going to shoot, so we were surrounded by fans everywhere, so it was kind of like a chaos when we shot it. So my plan of what we wanted to shoot kind of flew out the window, and we improvised. We did have a problem because the indoor performance in the video was supposed to be daylight. It was supposed to be bright sky outside those windows, but everything was so delayed and we didn't get in there till later. So that part of the video we shot in the middle of the night. When you do this kind of video, it's in a weird way, it's like combat. You need to shoot a lot of stuff. I knew going into this that I needed a lot of material, so I was totally focused on shoot as much as possible. I wouldn't say I was nervous, but we did know that, and we were prepared for a lot of surprises because of the red tape. So we had to improvise and we had to go with it. But again, in a miracle way, we shot everything we wanted to shoot. We did do a lot of different cuts on the video. I don't know, we just ended up with the version we have, and it did take a long time, and we didn't deliver on time. I guess that's part of the success they have, is to question and really make sure that everything they do into the details are as good as it possibly could be, and that's what we did. It was just purely professional, working through all the material, making sure that we had the best cut possible. In this part of the video, I wanted something to kind of like just, you know, be a contrast to the concrete, and I just came up with the rugs. I was walking in Paris and saw one of those in a window shop, so that's where I got the idea. And I have seen a lot of bands actually ripping that off. That became something. So when we were shooting this, we were trying to get as close as possible to the actual airplanes. I don't know, we were really close, and all the planes on the side were for real, but the ones that going over them is 3D animated. That became the wow effect, and that became the memorable part of the video. Anybody who see this video will remember that, and every time we talk about it, it's like, oh yeah, the video with the airplanes. So I guess it's one of those moments in videos that people will remember. I look back at the video and still like it for sure, but to me, to work with U2 and get to know U2, and it's been an experience for sure, and a learning experience for sure. And I am very proud of the video.
For this video, I think it was, I think Bono played me the song Round Edge's wedding. Then they sent me a copy 2 weeks later and say, you know, would you like to make a treatment? And I always think, you know, you're one of 4 or 5 people make a treatment, so I never take it that serious. You know, I've given Bono many ideas over the years for different videos. I think one of the reasons Bono wanted me to make this video is the look I had with the early Depeche Mode videos, grainy black and white Super 8. I've done this actually on 16, but in a very grainy way. So it feels like almost like Super 8 when you watch it. It's very beautiful, the grain, it's moving, and it feels very alive, the film. Samantha, I didn't think we were going to get her because it was very short notice, all these things. But she was available and very, very willing to try this, which is quite a thing for an actor, I think, to do a music video. She was absolutely amazing. You know, came up with a suggestion. I think she's very intense, I thought, but that gave the performances something that I think most music videos would lack. And as a director, I was really happy to have her in front of the camera. You know, she's better than any expectations I actually had. The story is of passion and of loss, and the train, in a sense, is the story, and things go past, memories go past in the train. So Bono is just the the storyteller. I think he really felt the song should be set in the south of France, perfectly on the beach. You know, I had some ideas that involved him more, and then the idea came up to involve Larry a lot more. Well, I had to say initially I had some misgivings about this because I've never really had seen him acting, and I think he's usually quite happy to be a bit in the background. I wasn't initially convinced, but he indicated to me that he really would be giving it more than 100%, and he really did, I have to say. He really cared a lot about it, and maybe that was a really nice thing, that it was for him a kind of first, and therefore he gave it all his attention and energy, and I think he did fantastic, which turned out to be a really great idea. The deer is something that I wanted in there. It was the sort of innocence idea and sexuality, and also where we put it now is a sort of foreboding, because after that it gets quite dark. It's something I just felt was a really nice thing to put in there as well, purely visually. And the performance way it's shot, actually I shot all myself, and Vaden, who was the DP, fantastic cameraman and DP, did the lights to help us getting this effect. Was all shot with a very long lens to make the band feel more closer to each other and more claustrophobic, and the look sort of old Velvet Underground look, but punky at the same time. The fireworks, I think I thought about when I was with Bono. I think I said I really like to have fireworks, and Bono thought exactly the same, or the other way around, but it was definitely in my mind to have fireworks at the end when the band was playing. I didn't think of having Samantha in the bath with fireworks, I thought more with the band playing, but in the end I changed it. The shot where it explodes around her head, that was unforeseen, but just amazing. And in every time you look at Samantha, there's something in her that is so full on and so subtle at the same time, and an amazing quality that she brought to the video. I was really, I think, quite happy with how it all unfolds. All in all, I think I'm going to be very happy with this. I do really like German words, so I was really happy to get that word Ruhe in there. And the other thing, of course, I was very happy with was to get Bob Hewson in the video. What you see in the beginning of the video is a lot of circles. They stand in a circle, and you see the circle of the lamp. There's quite a few references for me in the word one. One was the Father, Son and Holy Ghost are one, which we have with Bono's father in there. Man and woman are one. So I've played with that a little bit by each of them as at some point a woman and a man. And the little cars you see, that's the female car. Larry gets in as a man, and that's the male car, where Adam gets in and dressed as a woman. And of course it was all filmed in Berlin. The wall had just come down, and it was pretty amazing that city had become one. So that was a more reference to the particular time. I'm very into handheld these days, and this video is 10 years ago, and Dolly for me was something new and exciting. There was an initial version where there was a lot more of the band being dressed up. The first cut went to many people to get their opinion, and then it was found too heavy, and I went back to the end result after another week of editing, I think, and then they turned it down. I have to say that was a very, very difficult moment for me, because I don't think I've ever put more emotion and thought and feeling into a video as this video, and
to have it turned down was a really difficult thing. And I remember even asking Brian Eno to look at it and say, you know, surely they should go with this to go with that song. I, in a sense, have never been able to put as much emotion into a video anymore because I had such a difficulty with accepting that this was not going to be released. 1955 is the year I was born, and it has the number 1 on it, on the wall. For people who are not familiar with that, but the years and the numbers are the amount of people that were killed at the wall during the years. Oh, Bob was great to work with, you know. It was in the winter that we shot this, so I think February. It was pretty cold to just stand there, you know. And I remember asking him if he was okay, and he said, I got my central heating. And of course, not being Irish, I totally misunderstood. He showed me his bottle of whiskey that he had in his pocket, so he kept warm okay. The cars were painted by myself. They each took a whole day to paint, and it was very hard work. The shot from the little car from far above, where you can really see it, you know, the figure painted on the car. I absolutely adore that shot. I think the end of the video suffers a bit because of lack of footage, because I had to take so much other footage out. That's my only regret here. I personally feel it's possibly the best video I did for U2. And I've done not that many, so it's maybe easy to say, but it has a certain strength in its simplicity. I think that's really powerful. What I've done here with the thing, but I started with the band playing and I end with the band playing, and the song is in between, so you get the story of the song in between the playing. And therefore I used images that maybe are a little bit predictable towards the end, and it feels a little filled up to me. You know, I think the strength of the images is really on the first 4/5 of the song. I think it's really strong images in the last 1/5.